All right.
Right, Curtis, kick us off.
Hey Josh, this is Curtis Calhoun here with MMA News. My first question for you is: you've talked a lot in other interviews about building a more mature and improved version of yourself this offseason. I guess talk to me a little bit about what these past few months have been like and how pumped you are to get back in there.
Yeah, man. I think in every MMA career, there's always like this hill that we get over. This mindset that we decide to actually treat it as a real job. Obviously, I thought I was treating it as much as a job as I could, but I guess there's another level to it, and I've seemed to unlock these levels, not just spiritually, but like physically, mentally. And I could say, the past 10 weeks, I've been getting ready for this fight for about 10 weeks, little by little, figuring out myself, the lifestyle outside of the gym. I'm just pumped, man. I know I'm a completely different person. I know I'm a little bit older, but that just comes being part of the game, and I'm just really pumped to show that the maturity level, man. I'm in my mind now. I feel like in a funny way, I'm trying now. I'm really trying day and night. I'm obsessed with this thing. I'm not just like the kid who was raised in MMA and wants to fight. Now it's like I really want to get after this and become champion.
And I was about to ask about that. Like, do you feel like having the opportunity to kind of carve your own legacy in the sport, not just be known as the guy that was raised in MMA, does that kind of motivate you to kind of, carve your own path and your own legacy?
For sure. And that was one of the processes that I digested, knowing that being part of the PFL, I could create that legacy. I could create that name for Josh Silveira and make the whole Silveira name even bigger than what it was before, and the opportunities here, just got to take advantage, and you have to see it with a mature view, and that's exactly what I took time to do for this camp, for this whole season, actually.
Last question for me. Do you feel like with the season format in the PFL, it kind of forces fighters to fight with maybe a little bit more of a sense of urgency and making the most of every opportunity? I guess, how do you see the format?
Yeah, no, the format is meant for entertainment, right? It's meant to apply pressure. It's meant to make fighters adjust their style, and that's what I'm all about. Um I'm all about adapting, man. You tell me how we got to do this thing and I'm doing it. I'm not going to try to find ways to find comfort um in this setting of the rules and stuff. If I got to do what I got to do, and I'm a finisher. If you look at my fights, the way I do my things, I'm always looking to finish fights, and the point system, I think, applies well for me.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Jay Christian.
Jay Christian Gary of Focus Fights Audio here. How you doing, Mr. Silveria?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Nothing much, but I just want to ask you a couple of questions and maybe one more if we have time. First
Yes,
of all, you're going into this fight against Sam K, who's Tongan and Australian in the season opener. Despite Sam being 8-6 overall, a couple fights and he could be at the 500 mark, do you feel that he's tougher than his record makes him out to be?
of course. A record's just a number. I've seen plenty of tough guys who had a rough start to their career. Losses build you up. I'm taking him seriously. I'm not looking at him as an 8-6 guy. I'm looking at him as a dude that's trying to tear my head off. I'm gonna treat him accordingly, like I treat everybody. And I'm going over there to not look past him. I'm trying to go through this guy. You know what I mean? And I I know what I've done. I know the work that I put in, and you know, I would be scared to fight myself. So that's how I'm treating this fight. I wouldn't want to deal with me and Sam K is gonna have to deal with me on Saturday.
Understood. Considering that you were a double champion in the Legacy Fighting Alliance, what would becoming the PFL light heavyweight champion mean to you?
I mean, man, that sounds like an amazing amazing moment right there, and that's the plan. The plan's always to be champion. The day that the day that my body tells me that I can't fight to be a champion anymore, that will probably be the day that, you know, I'll move on to something else in life. But the goal is to be champion. I love the ring of that. You know, 2023 PFL champion. That sounds pretty nice to me. And if I could become a double champ, just keep on building that legacy. Let's do it, but one belt at a time.
Understood. And one more, when it comes down to all that ATT swag you're wearing, what does representing American Top Team in the PFL mean for you?
Yeah, man, American Top Team is it's a lifelong family, man. I seen it literally born. I've seen it develop. I've seen it go through hard times. I've seen it build itself back up. And now we're the best gym in the world. And I have so much pride in this team. I enjoy this team. I will never leave this team. It's the best team in the world. What they have to offer, no gym has to offer. And I'm more than happy to throw them on my back and represent American Top Team.
Okay. Other than that, good luck on Saturday, brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the questions.
No problem.
Lorenzo.
Hey, Josh, it's good to talk to you, my man. You're heading into your first full season as part of the PFL roster. That said, you still had 3 fights last year. Do you think that was enough for you to get the sense of the type of turnaround that the PFL season format presents?
Yeah, man. Like I said, MMA it's an adapting sport. Whether it was enough or not, we're gonna get locked in there and we're gonna have to figure it out. But I believe the fights I had in the PFL has given me enough sense of how the show works, how the smart cage works, how the points work. But other than that, you know, MMA is MMA. We're putting on you know, small gloves and we're trying to beat each other up and finish this fight. So yeah.
And we've seen champions come out of small gyms. We've seen champions come out of large gyms. What can you say about how the experience has been for you so far at ATT? I mean, I see you repping them hard there too. It's such a big gym. You do have a lot of champions there. You have a lot of elite level talent and coaches there also. What's it like for you in terms of the size of that gym, but still the level of success that they've had throughout the years?
So I tell this to everybody, what ATT has to offer, in my opinion, is one of the key things that fighters need when they go into fights. It's the fact that not to have a false sense of confidence. I've seen a lot of fighters go to fights with a false sense of confidence. You have a bunch of guys telling them that they're okay, they're ready, they've been working hard. Where ATT is not like that. You don't need a coach to tell you you're not working hard. You have a bunch of killers in there that's gonna make you feel like you need to change up your game. You need to apply something else to your game. And so when you get to that fight, you have, you know, X amount of guys in the back of your head that you've sparred on a daily basis, that you grappled, that you've worked in and out of the gym, you know, ran side by side, running 3.5 miles. You know, I added that to my training schedule where I'm running with 10 guys, you know, on the side of the road. You know, it's a real team that doesn't give you false sense of confidence. And that's what I tell all these fighters, you know, try to find a real confidence in yourself, not this fairy tale thing where you think you're going to throw this overhand right and the fight's going to be like a Rocky movie or something like that. It's not like that. You need to go in there with a real sense of confidence, and ATT gives me that. They give all the fighters that, to be honest with you.
I appreciate the insight, Josh. Thanks so much. Can't wait to see you on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, last one, Patrick.
Hey Josh, this is Pat McCoy from Combat Sports UK. How you doing today?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, last time out, it was your first career loss, but I want to ask you, you know, rebounding from this loss, what lessons did you take from it? that you brought into this camp, and how motivated are you going into this fight to right those wrongs?
Yeah, man. It's, I think it sounds a cliche thing, but I think a loss is definitely something that makes you think about what you really want to do, how you really want to do things, and how you want to get it done. The loss gave me time to really put that in perspective. And like I said, I know it sounds cliche, but it's probably the best thing that happened to me. Obviously, we want to go through life without losses, but there's this weird trade in life where, you go through hard moments to build yourself up to a better person. And losing to my teammate as well, I think that was as crazy as it sounds, I think that was almost a blessing. I could have lost to any other person. Instead, I lose to a teammate of mine. Was very humbling. I got to see him afterwards in the gym. I cheered him on. It was a life lesson that I think was needed. But yeah, it definitely motivated me in the right direction, getting ready for this fight.
And on the undefeated record point, do you think, or do you agree with the stigma that, there's a lot of added pressure carrying the O, and now do you feel maybe some of that pressure is lifted going into this next one?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, with, having the O the whole time, but the way I think of it, every fight I go to, I think of it as O all the time. I think every time I go in there, I don't look at myself. When I was undefeated, I didn't look at myself as this undefeated guy. you know Record's just a number. Is just a way for other people to kind of analyze the fighter. But for me, you're going in there 0-0. I know I lost my last fight, but that was last year. That was the old me. And I'm going into this new season with a whole different mentality.
Thank you so much for your time, and good luck on Saturday, my friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, Josh, all good. Thank you so much. If you just want to head through that door right there, appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.